Think you'll like doing that?
It's a little intimidating. I'm
It
not
is,
used to the older people.
I think you would be good at it though, once you get,
Yeah.
the more you do it, the easier it comes.
Okay, we're going to start here this evening. Lindsay has her tea and her big old bottle of water ready. She has graciously joined us this evening to put her 2 cents in wherever she wants to. Even if we don't want to hear it, you're going to put it in, right?
Yes.
We'll just
Yeah.
edit it out.
Yeah. So here we are in 2019. It's January the 4th, and we're going to talk about new beginnings is the title for this evening's talk. And there's going to be a few little different clips of it, so we're not going to talk. We might talk for hours. What do you think, Lindsay? We'll just cut it into little segments.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Well, Lindsay started something new in 2019. Lindsay, do you want to mention what you're going to be doing just in the coming year?
He visits?
The visits,
Oh.
yeah.
I am going to be visiting some people that go to the church that can't always attend, mostly the older generations,
Very good, very good.
just to, you know, visit them and
Hang out with
just
them.
hang out and hopefully, you know, lift their spirits a bit.
That's
Very
good.
So that I think will, it's intimidating for me just because I'm not used to it, but I'm always trying to do things that push me out of my comfort zone so that I can grow as a person.
Well, that's good. We should
Very
all
good.
be trying to be pushed out of our comfort zones because we all need to grow as people. And if we don't change or do anything new, well, we'll just be in the old stagnant way we always have been.
Yes. So.
All right.
Stagnant's okay sometimes. Somebody asked me today if there was anything new happened, and I said no. And you know, and I said, hey, sometimes that's good. I don't need any excitement. Some days I like.
I like
just
to know
have
what's
it.
coming most
Yeah.
of the time.
Yep. So we're going to talk a little bit about New Year's resolutions. Everybody, not everybody, but a good majority of the population try to do something to better themselves in the coming year. So,
Most popular being,
well, let's guess. I already have it here in front of me, but if you and Lindsay want to guess what the most popular, the majority of people say that they would like to do.
Lose weight.
lose weight.
Well,
Or
actually,
get in, workout.
What is it?
workout, what else do you think? You still haven't hit the number one.
Really?
The diet. Well, that's
Got
not, you know.
Diet, eat healthier. And I'm actually going to do that. We'll see how long it lasts. But I'm going to just try to cut out a few carbs, just to help maintain weight and not gain. I'm not looking to lose hundreds of pounds, maybe 5, 10 if I'm lucky, you know, and that'll be it. Lindsay, what about you? Do you have any New Year's resolutions that you have thought to yourself that you would like?
I would like to just exercise more, to just
Number
to be
2.
healthy.
Number 2
And,
on the list.
You know, maintain weight
Yes.
and just feel better.
Exercise is good. Exercise actually helps with your serotonin levels in the brain. I forget what I read or heard that if people would exercise, a lot of people could get off of antidepressants.
Yes.
I think also it helps with blood pressure. Of course, it does help maintain weight. It's just healthy all around. It helps with cholesterol, all kinds of good things. So,
Yeah.
exercise. Yeah, diet or eat healthier, 71% said that that's what they would like to do. That was number 1. Number 2 was exercise more, 65%. Lose weight was number 3. Also another one, oh, Doug, what, do you have anything that you would like to change in 2019, or you think you're just perfect the way you are?
I definitely need to lose some weight.
How about work less?
No.
No? You want to work as much? Okay.
Well, down on number
Find
16%,
another job.
some people want to find another job. You actually talk about finding another job. If we didn't own the business, you could actually just leave quite easily. And
There's days where I wouldn't mind it.
this is a good one. Read more.
Yeah, I would like to read more, but, well, no, I guess I read. No, I don't.
I actually am
Do
not,
you enjoy reading?
I do. I wouldn't mind getting a good novel and reading. I do make myself, though, read the Bible.
well, isn't that
Bit.
something? That's
I
something
feel like I
that,
should.
well, that's just it. We feel like we should.
Yeah. Well, I want to.
You want to, and everybody has good intentions. I do the same thing, and then I start, and then
It's
I-
easier to do
it's easier.
something else.
Yeah,
It's
it's like,
easier
oh,
to,
I have a show to watch.
yeah, it's like, hello, I got garbage on TV I can watch.
It's amazing how quick we go to that instead of reading the Bible.
I
or
know.
even just being in prayer.
Well, tonight we're going to talk a little bit about Ted Decker's The Forgotten Way, and you read that. I gave
I
you
like that.
this. This is an excellent book, and I could do this. This is done in segments, meditations.
Yes, that is good.
So
for-
meditations could be a way, and then if you look up the scriptures that go, that can help you get into the Word. And
That's
and-
really what I meant.
Yes.
It's hard just to sit down and
It
just
is.
start reading. And
just
really
a random
understand what
place.
you're
Yeah,
doing.
it's better to take segments of the
Mhm.
Bible and delve in to different stories and different things.
Well, if you read a book like that and it references scripture, that's the time when you go back.
You
and
can go
read
back
it.
and
You
look
can
at
actually
those
study that
scriptures up.
scripture,
Yeah.
Yes,
that book.
that's
That
what I
makes it
like.
a little more interesting to read and to understand.
Quit smoking, 21% of the people said that. And that, of course, would be a great thing to do because that's very unhealthy.
Mm.
And I used to be a smoker myself in my younger years, in my more reckless years. So thankfully, I was able to quit smoking many, many years ago.
Thanks to you.
Yeah, I got pregnant
You're
with
welcome.
her, and well, I didn't really smoke with the other two. I quit during it, but then I picked it right back up, which was just stupid.
Yeah.
And then after with you, I quit, and I thought, well, this is ridiculous. I don't need to smoke anymore.
It's like $7 a pack.
Well, back then it wasn't
Well, now
$7
for
a
someone
pack.
now wanting to quit smoking.
Well, yeah, if
quit
you
smoking.
figure
Add
that-
up.
Well,
per
if they quit smoking,
Sorry, it's been-
no, sorry, that's okay. If they quit smoking, they could save more money and spend
Yeah,
less.
they can kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah, that would be healthier. Learn a new skill
yes.
or hobby.
I
Learn a
would
new
like that.
skill. What hobby or what are some things that you might consider would be fun to learn how to do?
Let me think.
Go ahead, Doug. Can you think of anything you think? But that's something too. While you're thinking, I'm going to blab here a minute. We have the piano. I bought
Yes,
some
the
piano
piano.
books, and I took lessons for a while off of a gentleman, and it was fun, and I enjoy it. I would love to be able to play the piano just wonderfully, but I'm too lazy to
That's
put
it.
the time in that's needed to play good. I can play, but I don't play good. I can't just play it out, pick out a piece. I have to practice it, and then I pause and look for the keys. It's not pretty, it's not. But I would really love to be able to play that piano well, but I would have to take the proper time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what do you think, Lindsay? What do you think?
I think it'd be cool to learn another language.
I had thought of that too before.
Yeah. I've been watching these shows, that are Chinese shows and subtitles. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, I really wish I could just speak that language. How cool would that be? Not
Maybe,
just
maybe if
Chinese.
you watch enough of them, you'll.
Yeah, I'm
you'll
like, maybe I'll
soak it
catch
in a
on,
little
but I haven't caught on anything.
Yeah, it
There's
doesn't
no
stick
way
on.
to catch on. But like Spanish would be nice to just
Spanish
learn.
would
Because
be a good
people,
one. There's a lot
maybe
of
not so
people
much
who-
as Bedford, but you would use that other places.
Yes, there's a lot of Spanish speaking people, I think, in America.
Oh, yeah.
And that language, I love the way that sounds.
Yeah.
There's
Spanish or?
Spanish, yeah. It just is a cool
It is.
sounding language.
Yeah. So that would be nice.
Do you know any Spanish, Lindsay, that
No.
you would like to share with us?
Don't you have a story you tell?
No,
in
No,
Spanish?
I'm not going
Yeah, we
to.
won't go there, but it's a cute little story. What grade did you learn that little story? What was it called, just the story?
I don't know if it had a name, but it was talking about a little dog.
A little
I have
dog.
A little dog.
Okay.
His name is Whitey, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you learned that,
In 9th or 10th grade.
okay, all right. Well, I was thinking it was in younger years, but there again, I must have made you tell it. You were almost a grown
Yeah.
adult by that time, yeah.
Well, your cousin made you tell it a lot.
Oh, she loved that.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It was fun, it was fun.
Or to hone a skill. Like, I wish I had more time to like crochet or draw.
That's right, you know how to do both of those things.
Yeah, or like anything like that. Or even like singing.
Singing, you
Like
can
to
sing.
hone that. Like I
Yeah.
would like to,
It would be nice to take voice lessons and actually
Yeah,
learn how
hone
to
your,
sing.
hone a skill you already have.
That's true.
Have more time for the things that you like already.
Wouldn't it be great if life was just about no work and all play?
Yeah.
I would like that.
Yeah.
I wonder how soon we get tired of that.
Well, yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, this is a good one. Drink less alcohol. But that's down on the bottom, like a number 9.
No one really wants to
Nobody
quit that.
really wants to quit drinking alcohol because a
I think
lot of
I'll start.
yeah, yeah. No, the thing with drinking alcohol is it's in so much of our social settings. So when you go over for a meal, people may have wine together, or if you go to a party or anywhere, there's a lot of times there's alcohol being served, and people do like to partake of that. Probably if it would be people who maybe over consume alcohol would be the ones who would be saying this. Because I know a lot of people love their wine or,
Oh, yeah.
you know. This is a good one. Spend more time with family and friends.
Yeah.
Nah.
No. No.
Nah.
Nah.
So, those were the top of just what the average American said on this one study. I mean, that, who knows what other studies would say. This was just taken out of 2,000 people.
Did it give a percentage of how many people succeed in?
Let's just see. Listen to this. Saving money is one of the top 5 New Year's resolutions, and also in the top 5 most commonly failed. Over half the respondents said they failed their resolution before January 31st. So they don't even make it a month.
Well, the old adage is old habits are hard to break, and that's definitely true.
Yeah, and they
It's
are hard.
actually old habits die hard, I think.
Die.
So.
Old habits die young. Old habits die hard.
Old habits are hard to break.
Isn't it old habits die hard? No?
No, I don't think so.
Die.
Well, we'll look that up later.
Ask Alexa.
Well,
Yeah,
they do
go-
die hard because they're hard to hear.
Oh, run out and see. Ask Alexa real quick. Just run out. Ask her.
How do I ask her?
Just say, just ask the meaning of that.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Let me
Oh,
see.
okay, that's just my water.
Run, Lindsay, run. Old habits are
Hey
hard.
Alexa,
Old habits do die hard though too.
Yeah.
Alexa,
Let's listen to Lindsay.
What did I say?
hello,
Old habits.
Or
Alexa,
hard to break.
Are hard to break.
Alexa.
Is she not picking up?
Question. Oh,
Alexa Internet's headquarters are in San Francisco.
Alexa.
She doesn't know how to use Alexa.
No, we got the cheap
Alexa.
version of Alexa, I think. $29.95 doesn't buy you much, does it, Doug?
No.
What does old habits die hard?
Well, here it says women make health-focused resolutions while men pledge to find a new job or lay off the alcohol.
I was right.
Okay, so old habits die hard.
Existing habits are hard to change. And
Yeah,
old.
that's
What did I
Okay.
say?
that's what I meant to say.
But yeah.
Anyway.
Well, same difference. Okay, so here are some things that this one thing said that we should do as Christians for our New Year's resolutions. So let's just gab about these. We should remain faithful to God and seek Him first in every aspect of our life. That would go along with making more time to read the Bible, shutting off the boob tube, you know, seeking Him first. When we get up in the morning, before we go to bed all day, we can just seek His guidance for anything that we do throughout the day. And a lot of times that's hard to do. I find it hard to do.
I kind of go through spurts.
Yeah.
I can do it for a while, then I kind of relax, and then it's
Yeah, and there again, that's just the way we are as individuals. If anything that takes work, and that does take work, to remain faithful to God takes work. And if anyone tells you it doesn't, I'm going to have to see that in action
It's
there.
kind of like the old cartoons where you have a little devil on this side
Yeah,
and the angel on
little
this side,
angel.
and they're talking in your ear.
Lots of times that little devil wins over the angel. Do not let anything else become an object of worship, whether it be money, popularity, cool gadgets, your home, or your significant other. So even your spouse is not supposed to take first place. It's always supposed to be God.
Must be God.
Yep. Guard your tongue from wickedness and do not use profanity, especially as it pertains to the name of God. So, you know, try to keep your mouth clean. But the wickedness doesn't even have to necessarily be profanity. any type of hateful talk that comes out of your mouth would be classified as wickedness. And a lot of times it's hard not to do that. Do not become so involved in your work that you neglect to take time to worship God. Keep at least one day per week holy, unwind, enjoy your time meditating in the presence of the Word and God. And most people would take that day to be Sunday. There again, do we take that time to be meditating in His presence, to unwind, to relax, to be seeking Him? Or do we go to church and think, oh, we put our hour in, let's go home and, go clean out the shed or garage or sleep or catch
That's
up.
more like what
Yeah.
people would be doing. Let me go home and clean up the
or
garage
watch
today.
football or
You know,
do
even
the
if-
laundry.
Even if you
or-
don't work, are you meditating and
Yeah.
spending that day with God?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Let your parents, listen to this, Lindsay.
Okay.
Let your parents know how much you love and respect them. If you do not have a good relationship with your parents, resolve to work on forgiveness and mending the relationship. Well, our relationship, I would say, is pretty good. So, unless there's something you need to ask our forgiveness for.
Or we need to?
Yeah. You see, that's the normal response.
That might be
is,
more.
Do you need to ask forgiveness of me versus we should always look, what could I do? What do I need to ask forgiveness for? Impersonate God. This is a good one. Who is abundant in love and slow to anger. According to Jesus, extreme feelings of fury and rage are as serious as murder. Channel your anger into tender mercy and grace. How often do we channel our anger into tender mercy and grace? Look at this, total silence apparently, not too much.
I don't think we're so much the other way though either. It's we're not out yelling at everybody and
I hope not.
spewing profanity and anger and all that.
Yeah.
There's times where I think we fail, at least I fail at that at times.
Well, also too though, we might not be doing that, but sometimes in your mind you can be. Somebody ticks you off.
That shouldn't count.
It shouldn't count, yeah.
That makes me mad. Oh, you can't have an impure thought or anything, because
Well-
that's sinning. Well, come on.
Well,
At least
do you
I
want
didn't
us
say
to do?
it.
yeah. Well, the thing is not that you so much do it, but that you recognize it.
Are you sure?
Well, no, I
Are you
don't.
sure it's not that we're not? It's sin.
Oh, everything's sin. Everything we
That's
do is
not
sin.
fair.
No, but that's a good point.
Oh my gosh, you can't do a darn thing.
No, you can't. You have to love everyone. Boy, is that hard. And you know what? Some days I don't want to love everyone. I just
No.
don't feel like
Or
it.
if someone says something nasty to me, in my head I want to be like, wow.
Hello?
Yeah.
I
Leave
love
me
you.
alone.
Yeah. Who do you think you're talking to? Yeah, that kind of stuff.
You should be allowed to at least think it.
Well, the thing is if you can think it and then say, you know what, God, help me with this, please. I
So
know.
we're allowed to think it, and then just as long as we acknowledge that it was wrong.
Well, I would think that the closer you are to God, you're going to acknowledge it's wrong quicker.
Yeah, I was gonna
Well,
say, I think you're gonna
know,
realize it's,
but still.
I shouldn't have thought that.
Yeah, you're going to say,
Shouldn't have
I feel a little bad. I shouldn't have done that. And then when they come to you and they say something else nasty, then you're like, yes, I was right. I should have did it. I don't like them.
Or when they're nice and you're like, oh crap.
Crap. Yeah, now I feel
They
like
were
a
such
jerk.
bee.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing, as Christians, we ought to be looking at that person and saying, I wonder what they're going through to make them
Yes.
act like that.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we never know what that person is dealing with.
That's true. Sometimes we do. We have to put them, their feelings above our own and try to be understanding and loving towards them. Remain faithful to your spouse, it says, or even your future spouse, and do not act in impurity. Even if it's just a passing thought.
That's what I saw that. That's what I'm thinking about.
Honor the commitment you made to him and her and to God on your wedding day. And you know what? That's hard too. I've always remained committed to you, honey, but I'm saying.
You said that was hard. It's hard.
It's hard.
Uh-oh.
What's hard is when you're on your wedding day, You're just like, oh my gosh, this is so great. This is before, not, now, a lot of people today do live together before they get married. But there's something about that beginning of the relationship that's so exciting. You have such high hopes for the children to come and the house that you might purchase, and you can just see that perfect little family that's going to be born because of this wedding day. But that's before life truly hits. That's before all that starts. And with the drudgery of life, you see that that person that you once thought was perfect isn't perfect, they're human. And the kids that you thought were just going to be so beautiful, they're dirty and messy. And, you know, the house that you
Not
thought,
so much me.
the house that you thought was going to be so fabulous, now you got this humongous mortgage that's weighing you down. So that's where you need to make that commitment, and you need to make that commitment to put God first, your spouse second, your family third, and just make that commitment that together you'll work through those hard times. Because those hard times will come.
Well, it's, on that wedding day and you say all those vows, I don't think you're truly thinking about what those vows mean.
Yeah.
And the depth of the words you were saying.
Yeah. I can remember shaking and being nervous and sweating.
I think people just kind of want to get through the ceremony,
That's
because
right.
everybody's nervous, it's a nerve-wracking day, you know, so you don't really take to heart
What all's being
what's
said.
being said.
Yeah. Do not take anything that doesn't belong to you, and conduct yourself with integrity even when nobody is watching. Sometimes what we do in the private of our own homes or the privacy of ourselves says a lot about who we are. Let's just say I am somewhere in public and I see a $50 bill laying there and I know nobody else is going to see it. Should I pick it up and say, wow, I just made $50 today? Or should I try to maybe find who the owner is, or maybe, you know, just any type of stupid thing, the things that you would do that nobody is watching. What do you do? What's going through your mind? You know, all that kind of stuff.
Was that a question?
No, can you guys
Oh.
think of anything?
Is she done?
Yeah.
Can you guys think of any examples of things that you might, things that you would do? Because a lot of times if we do something in public, we know that others are watching, and sometimes we try to be on our best behavior.
Mhm.
So if we were going to be our true selves, that best behavior, we should still be doing that, you know.
Well, you could be out in public and being, being nice, and even maybe, praying for people or whatever, all that, and then you come home and you watch filthy movies, or you might watch porn.
Oh, yeah.
So you're one way
In
where
public,
people see you, but when you're at home all by yourself,
you're doing all
you're
kinds
doing the opposite of what you're actually preaching out there. So
Yeah.
whatever examples you want to put in there, but.
yeah.
No, but like, why do I have to act at home how I would act on the street?
I think that, that is a good
Well,
question.
there you
Like,
go.
when I'm home, I don't want to always be. Oh, of course, I'm a kid, but
Yeah.
I don't want to be. I don't know.
You
I'm
want to
not
be able
saying
to
I'm
just
at home
kick
going
back.
and watch, you know,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, whatever that.
But like, yeah, of course, when you're with people, you want to put your best foot forward. But when
Yeah.
I'm home, I might not. You know, if I stub my toe, I might say a bad word.
Yeah.
If I stub my toe at the grocery store, I probably wouldn't.
That's true. That's true. I think right there
But
would
sometimes
That-
it feels good just to let that out.
Yeah.
be. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
No?
Yeah, no, I understand. I understand.
No?
Yeah.
Who invited her?
Yeah.
Although at home though, like with Jack, I try, or like at home, I try to act like someone's watching me.
Yes.
Like with Jack, if he's upsetting me, I try to think, well, what would I do if someone were here?
Yeah.
Actually, like judging what I'm doing.
That's true.
Then it
Like
makes me kind of
say,
think, oh, you know, maybe I shouldn't
do
yell at
this.
him, or maybe I should try to approach this situation a little different. You know, maybe this way I'm handling
Good
it.
thought.
Yeah, like even that Alexa thing. I'm like, what if it's actually listening
Yeah.
to me? Then I know
Yeah.
that's kind of like, maybe. You know, what if it's
What if it's listening and now everybody knows? But no, I think that might be it. What, you're actually act at home like everybody would be watching. So if you would say in public, you may not scream at your child who's being unruly, but at home, if you
Yeah,
just act
you
like a
might,
lunatic,
you might lose your mind for a
you
minute.
might
be
lose
like,
your mind for it, and say thank you, nobody saw that.
Well, yeah, like,
you know.
so kind of, you know.
So, where do you show your true colors?
Exactly. That's
You
what
show
is
who
really
you
you.
are
Yeah.
at home. That's who you really are. Because, say, Doug and I, we can act all lovey-dovey here on this talk time. And I can have the best post on Facebook and everything about this great love of mine. But then if we turn around and act like we hate each other behind closed doors, that's kind of showing who we really would be. And not what front we put on for people out here. So,
Maybe.
yeah. But I do love your father. But we have had a few arguments over the years. Few, not many, but a few. Yeah,
Some.
some. Speak truth. Do not gossip about others and make certain that your words and actions are not deceitful. Speak truth. None of those little white lies, even though some are acceptable.
No.
Like say if he says, Tonya, you really look good today, and I just woke up and crawled out of bed and I know I don't look good, or, you know.
Does my butt look big in these jeans?
Well,
No, honey.
Well, some truth is not necessary.
Well, how do you answer that then?
Well, the thing is, to be honest but uplifting. Some truth people don't need to know. Like just say, I'm going to be truthful with you if your clothing looks horrible and you're ready to go out in public or present yourself somewhere. I'm going to say, you know what, Doug, that tie doesn't work. But am I going to say, you know what, Doug, you just don't look good in anything you wear or something, you know.
But would you say, Doug, I think you gained a few pounds?
You could in a nice way say,
Wow.
I think, yeah, well, you could.
What do you say?
Yeah.
Well, you said about did my butt look big, but how do you
say, you can say that in a different way.
You say it would look better if you lost a few pounds.
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
Any man knows you just stay away from it. Yeah, son, that looks good. Yeah, it looks good.
Looks good. Yeah, but no, I think there's some ways to be truthful in a nice and kind way. In some ways, people are just being truthful because they want their point to be heard, and they don't care if it hurts the person they're talking to. So,
Well, the gossip thing.
people gossip all
I
the
think
time.
that you really should have a conscious
Mm-hmm.
thought about that, because it's very easy to talk about people.
Oh yeah,
It's,
very easy.
You know, and it's easy for me to express my opinion about someone else to you,
Yeah,
and so that's something I think you have to watch.
I think that too comes from trying to get. Sometimes when people agitate us,
You get it out.
you get it out. You have a sounding board.
Yeah.
And thankfully, you don't go to that person right away and say, you know what, you really ticked me off with what you just said. You can say it and then get it off your chest and then say, well, maybe I should look at it from their point of view. Maybe, you know. So you sometimes we do need that person to be the sounding board so we can get it off of our chest. But it's still not nice to go about speaking about others in a bad light.
You know.
So, and that's a hard one because a lot of us do it. This is good. Be content, thankful, and grateful for all God has blessed you with. And don't worry about what others have that you may want.
Right.
So, we should be thankful. We should be content with what God has blessed us with. Now, there again, we've been blessed very well. I mean, we've been blessed. We've been blessed with health. We've been blessed with good kids. We've been blessed, always been able to pay our bills. We've been blessed that we could send kids to college. I might be a little bit more unthankful if I lived in the streets and was homeless. You know, so it always, I mean, I'm sure there's things to be thankful for in all situations, but we don't have any room to talk. We don't have any room to say that we should never be thankful.
Yeah, but
I mean,
there's times when we complain and whine, and
Well, yeah, but we have
when
no
you have to think
room
about
to
what
complain.
you're
You
thinking
can
and what you're
see how
doing.
somebody who's been in a home, a nursing care home, or who's been
Yeah.
sick for years fighting cancer, or who is just struggling financially. They always struggle no matter how hard they work, no matter how hard they try. Some people have been brought up in crappy families, but some of those people are the greatest have the greatest testimonies, how they've gone through that and they still find the light in that darkness that they have experienced. Those are the people who really, really are a living testimony to what God can do. Love your neighbor as yourself and treat people the way you would like to be treated. That, of course, is, like one of the greatest commandments. And love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind, and all your strength. So loving God and loving others, and if we love God and love others, we're going to do all these things above. So we're not going to talk negatively about people. We're not going to cheat on our spouse. We're not going to...
There again, we do those things, but I think we are convicted in our heart and mind when we do them. And we realize it quicker, and we can also ask God for forgiveness for them.
Yeah.
Where you might not even think about asking God for forgiveness. Or the person.
Well, years ago, there's a lot of times that I wouldn't even be convicted about certain things. You remember that time, like you and Kim was in the car and I gave the woman the finger?
Kind of, I know
You
that
were
happened.
little.
I don't really know
You
how to
were little.
remember the situation.
But it was in the Giant Eagle parking lot. And nothing drives me more insane than somebody who comes in the wrong way. This
Or drives
person.
down
you
the wrong
flipped her
aisle in the
off?
parking lot.
Yes.
What?
She came in and she blocked it that I couldn't get out, and she was coming in the wrong way.
Right. That
So,
is irritating, but
that
you
is-
flipped her off.
Well, I
This was in the earlier days.
yeah.
See, I'd be more prone just to maybe swear in the car.
Well,
But
now,
I probably wouldn't flip
I
the person
know.
off.
Well, she
know.
probably swore in the car.
You know,
no, I did not swear in the car, and I made sure that you kids did not see me. Well, then she did it right back to me.
and Kim.
And then, I think it was Kim or
Yeah.
whatever, just couldn't believe what that woman had done. And I lied and said, I don't know why she did that either. But,
Mom.
but I didn't want you kids to know.
What other things are coming out here tonight?
But the thing is, now I wouldn't do that, and I would be convicted right away if I did do that.
Right.
So,
So you've
I
grown.
still think I could have done that.
I know that's because you are a better person than I.
No, I just can't believe that. Like you just.
I
don't think I could have done it. I mean, I would have been mad.
Listen, I'll tell you how you could have
It takes
done
a lot of.
I'll tell you how
takes
you
a
could
lot
have
of
done it.
Yeah.
Because you would have been old enough that Zach, and we'll blame it on Zach again, was born. So,
Oh.
had 4 kids,
Yeah.
working full time. All I want to do is get in and out of that grocery store because I have crap to do at the house. And the person just pulls in and blocks the way, and I'm thinking, okay, I've had enough. That's all I can do.
And you want me to be honest about your butt being big.
Yeah.
Nope.
Did you say my butt was big?
Nope.
Okay, all right. Okay, so
Enough of that.
enough of that. We're going to start here a little bit on Ted Decker.